Hello, folks. Here again, I come once more. This is me, your friend Amechi AK, broadcasting from Ebonyi State. I'm addressing the Billion Coin community and the globe at large. Yes, that is what we are doing collectively because whenever you tune into Victor's Flourish broadcast, you always hear her say something like that. Randy Wilson will say, "Good evening, welcome, folks," and things like that. Stephen Covey, as he was starting. All together, what we are doing is all the same. So this afternoon, I have something important to say in order to address the community at large. And sincerely speaking, we have reasons why we are doing whatever we are doing in TBC. And that is the reason why we have kept on trying our best to keep the flag flying, because so many reasons about whereby we cannot just stay quiet, but rather we continue to talk, we continue to educate, we continue to enlighten, we continue to help people see reason why we are doing what we are doing. So, in form of question, as always, what reason or for what reason are you doing that which we are doing today? We're asking that question, or rather, I'm asking that question because so many times people don't really know why they are doing what they are doing. Or you just got involved in TBC community because somebody just told you that you come in and you start making money and things like that. We should have genuine reason why we are doing whatever we are doing. And friends, when you talk about my personal reason for belonging in the community, I say I have strong reason. I am repeating that as often as I do. I have strong reason. And in fact, TBC is also making me to believe so many important things as recorded in the Bible. For those of you who don't believe in the Bible, well, sorry for that. But as for me, I'm a strong believer in the Bible because it is God's word. I read in the book of Genesis of the people's attitude towards Noah and his family when they were told to build the ark for salvation. In fact, when I look back and think, and I really allow myself to think seriously, I would say that the pre-flood people, they were highly intelligent people. They were wise. In fact, they did exactly what they're supposed to do because they were wise and intelligent. Yes. They were wise and intelligent, but Noah and his family, they are all foolish. Foolish in the sense that how can you be told of something you've never seen before and you just believed? I started building the ark that rain is going to fall. Why I say that the pre-flood people were really wise and intelligent was that all through their life, they've never seen anything called rain. There has never been any rain that they can say, okay, you mean that the rain you're talking about was like the one that fell some years back or some days back or some weeks back or months? There was no reference at all as to what really it means to have flood, not to talk of, in fact, to have flood. You've not even seen rain, but you are talking about flood of water coming to cover the whole face of the earth. How can you be telling me that rubbish? It doesn't make sense, man. You people are just wasting your time cutting trees and investing your energies on something that we have not seen in our lives. So when you look at it very well, you find out that they were correct and they were intelligent. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Yes. How can you tell somebody you have not seen anything like that to believe you just because you are doing it? You strongly believe that you have the faith and the conviction that it's going to happen. But the next person doesn't share that conviction. So, do you expect him to believe just because you are saying, even if you are his best friend? No, because it is your conviction, because something is going to happen. And you're telling the next person to believe you. The person don't owe you any apology for not believing you. They were wise until the very day that Noah and his family entered the ark. That was the day they were proven to be foolish. But all along, they were wise. Why Noah and his family were foolish? But as time goes on, years passed, Noah finishes the ark with his family, and they entered into the ark, and the door was closed by God Himself. Something started happening. They were saying, so this actually is real. So, friends, when you see people doubting the opportunity we are sharing today, don't be surprised. Don't feel too bad, because something of this nature has never been, it has never occurred in human history. And so they prefer to continue to do what they know how to do. And that which they know how to do is the same thing which has kept them this low in life. But fortunately, we are among the few, because we are very few, yes. 3 million plus among over 7 billions in the earth. Are we not very few? Insignificant number, so to say. But remember Noah, there were just 8 inside the ark. Now compare 8 with hundreds or thousands of people. I don't know if they were up to millions back then. Okay? No matter the number, I know that those people who got perished far outnumbered just 8 persons inside the ark. So don't be worried or disturb yourself unnecessarily because people are not listening to you. We are not saying that TBC leads to salvation. In fact, that is not what we're saying. We are just getting some, let me say, references of what happened in back. So what I'm trying to say is that what is happening today is giving me more conviction that what happened in Noah's time actually took place. That people never believed it because they were telling them to believe in something that had never been before. So you've never come across anything that goes up without coming down in terms of financial status. That is how money goes. That is how we're meant to believe. That is how our forefathers were meant to believe. And in the school system today, they will tell you that it has never been. So don't believe that anything with this idea of TBC, that every time it goes up without ever coming down. What are you saying? So try to get people and try to know where they're thinking and try to know their reason for doing what they're doing. But it is mostly annoying when you see some who believed and who are trading on other cryptocurrencies and knowing how easy something like that is, and those who got extremely rich because they got into Bitcoin early enough. It makes me somehow annoyed to see them doubting the power of what TBC could do or what TBC can do. So when we have opportunity like what we are doing in TBC, let's not get distracted or get confused or downhearted by people's attitude. It is our duty to prove that we know what we are doing. It's our duty to say that we appreciate what TBC admin is doing for us. And today, sometimes also in the community, other thing that disturbs me is to see fellow TBCians who are not really, who doesn't have some in-depth knowledge of TBC. They go about selling half-truths, confusing people instead of rather putting them through. So such ones, we advised, if you don't know, let us ask questions. In fact, we have the blog to address our various questions. We have broadcasters. We have so many resources that talks about that educate us about TBC. And when we learn how to do it very well and know inside out what we are doing, we are not to be pushed over by people who are saying that TBC is not real. It doesn't have to be real for them, but as for us who believe in it, we know that it's very real. Okay? Okay? We are not using TBC to replace what God can do for us. But at the same time, we always see the fact that if you give somebody something, or now you give me money, what do you expect to hear from me? Oh, thank you so much. May God bless you. If I say something like that, I made mention of God. May God bless you because God touched you to see me and help me. And when I say that, you appreciate what I said. Oh, he's asking God to bless me. So when we see what we have and the opportunity that we are dealing with, we want to see how God's hand is in it. Because through TBC, we have the heart of reaching out to others. The way others are being treated, the way we treat ourselves in the community is second to none. Except those who are just after money, 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 who don't really know the real thing behind TBC. It is governed by true love and respect. That is it in TBC. I was discussing with somebody who called me to help him with a transaction because here in Ebonyi State, it happens to be one of the cash centers which who people rely on or comes to whenever they have transactions to make. So I asked the person, okay, look, why can't you pay money inside my account so that I can quickly use it to get some more of Bitcoin? And he said, look, that he don't know me and he's not going to pay anything into my account until we meet face to face. I just laughed. I said, well, yes, you're right. So let it be, but make sure that the money is ready so that when I come, the transaction can just go through. What am I trying to say with this? Outside there, people are afraid of themselves. But here in TBC community, and in fact, the technology itself has really been helping us to understand what it means to trust people. If we can't trust ourselves, we can never get anything done. Most of the people that I'm dealing with today, I don't even know them. But we see the way we relate to each other, the way we interact, the way we do things together, we huge amount of money that exchange hand between us with somebody who has never even seen you before, just because you share the same opinion or the same concept in TBC. So when we look at what we have in the community, we need to be very, very grateful and say that what we are doing has future. What we are doing is very great. I also want to remember one thing, and that is I am doing what I'm doing in TBC today. I have the time to address the community. You see most of my videos. Sometimes I got featured on the blog, sometimes I may not. But in all of this, I want to appreciate somebody. I want to appreciate my wife. She is indeed one of the kind. Without her support, I don't think I will have the time to do what I'm doing. But with her support, I am seeing myself doing so many things in TBC, reaching out for others. In fact, if not for her support, I wouldn't have been able to do half of what I'm doing. Most of the time, when I say I'm not going to do some certain things, you say, no, you must do this because I have seen your passion, and it's not good for you to stop where you're supposed to move. So when I look at all those people, in fact, she's been wonderful. So that when I see Stephen Covey praising his family, I am another one to really testify that without your family support in whatever you're doing, you're nowhere to be found. So friends, I thank her so much for all her support, and I'm asking others too who have families, please support your partners. Victoria's Flourish, the other day she was talking about her husband. If not for her support, for his support, I don't think she could be able to do what she's doing today. So all these things are various areas whereby when we look at it, we do not want to take anything for granted. We appreciate what our 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 mates are doing for us. So let's appreciate them. While we go on talking about what we have in the community, I want people to understand one important point. TBC is a new concept, and the common trend is that people will jump on their feet whenever they hear that there is an opportunity whereby you can shop with your TBC. Yes, it is good to do that, but at the same time, let us know that while we are still on the building phase, you don't expect them to go and buy heaven and earth. In fact, the admin himself have been helping us to really appreciate that we need to build the community. We need to bring more people into the act, so to say. We need to remain focused and don't get distracted by the chaos here and there. Out there in the world, in the marketplace, rather, the market, what you see is chaotic behavior. How people are struggling just to quickly get and leave others scrambling, leave others in with peanuts. But here in TBC, we are being empowered. We are being given opportunities to even make more of the kringles. We are given opportunities to get more Bitcoin. We are given opportunity to interact. We are given opportunity to express ourselves. We are given opportunity to know the system inside out. Most of what we've been able to do using technology today, yes, I know little about computer. In fact, I'm a blogger, yes, so to say. But all the knowledge I had before now were nothing compared to what I've been able to get added because of belonging to TBC community. I've learned so many things. In fact, if we say that we are not benefiting from the community, it's a lie. Only those who are not benefiting are those people who are just after money. Hey, I can come into TBC and immediately, after 2 or 3 months, my money becomes billions of whatsoever, and I start going to the bank and cashing. Well, that is not the idea of the TBC. TBC is not at all about wealth. TBC is about real wealth that builds you as a person, that helps you to understand how the system works, that helps you to really become somebody in life, so to say. Admin is not after lazy millionaires. We are being made to think like somebody. We are being made to know the instances whereby we have to get things done rightly. So if you are among those who are clamoring for exchanges or trying to do things outside the community's way of doing things, stop doing that. And let's pull our support together and get going with what admin is helping us to understand. Admin is coming up lately by even associating or joining us with some meetings. All this shows that we have so many things still coming up which we don't know. And unless if we are patient and try to reason, we will get out of the way. But if we are patient and remain focused that whatever that happened in this system, in this community, have actually helped us to see after some time that it is actually meant for our own good. Looking at all these things from different instances, you see that TBC has never been. And as such, being a new concept, so many things will just remain new. So if we believed and accepted TBC as a new something which we've never known before, so why are we now finding it difficult that when something again is added, are we expecting to get added, to be added with into it something which we already know? It may be those things that we may not even know. And for the fact that we have been able to accept TBC itself right from the beginning, let's be ready to know that all other things coming on to it are the things which we may not really know initially. But as time goes on, it is getting cleared. We are having so many opportunities in the communities whereby if we are just patient and follow the instructions, I know it is hard, especially now, but whenever something is on the building stage, on the starting point, it's always hard. But we have seen that those hards are just stepping stones. The more we climb, the more it becomes easier. So folks, I count myself fortunate to belong to TBC community. And I want you also to belong to view that way. If you have been getting so many things confused before now, learn to reason, learn to see what the community is all about, learn to see the sacrifices, learn to see the effort being put, learn to see what others are doing in support of this very community, and learn to join them to do the same thing. It is only when we are able to make sacrifices, that is why when we can be able to beat our chest and say, yes, I was part of this and I have seen that it is good for one to wait and do things rightly. So friends, let's learn to support a good cause such as TBC. We are going there and we're already getting there. All what we've been told about TBC and how the financial system of the world, the fiat system is going, we are seeing everything unfolding day by day. So why are we still doubtful? Let's stop doubting and start believing and start supporting TBC, doing the necessary things. Thanks once again for listening. I am your friend, Amechi Eke. We'll be talking. For now, I'm saying goodbye. Thank you.